Hey guys, welcome back. Now when we first think of name cards, we automatically think of the regular paper name cards. Now they have evolved and there have been some creative sort of name cards. I've even seen metal name cards before. But all of them have one fatal flaw, or well, actually more than one fatal flaw. Now, when it comes to paper name cards, which is basically almost all the name cards, over 7 billion name cards are printed every year on average. Now, I don't need to tell you about, the effects it has on the environment and in terms of wastage and all that. I mean, you give a name card, you don't know if the person's going to actually use the name card. They might chuck it in a drawer. I know because I've done that myself and a lot of you have done that as well. And also, you've got one of the most obvious issues with name cards. If you print a name card, all right, and you've got your contact details there, whether it's an email, your social media contacts, or even your phone number, now at any point, if any of that changes, all right, what happens? You have to throw away all those name cards. They're basically useless, and you're gonna have to print a whole new stack. Now, this is something that we've been dealing with for decades, not really thinking that there was a solution, but actually now there is. So there is a local company called One Good Card that makes this. So this is basically your one good card, the only name card you will ever need. So what this basically is an NFC card. So what you do in a normal scenario where you exchange cards is where you don't give this to anyone. You tap this on their phone. All right. So when you tap it on their phone, a website pops up on their phone showing your contact details, and then from there they can save everything. They don't have to enter anything at all. Now I'm gonna demo that in a bit, but first of all, so this is what it looks like when you order one. Now I understand that they might have actually changed the packaging since I received this, but for this one it's pretty simple. All right, you get the card inside like this. So this is one I've made for my brother actually, and this is how you actually set it up. So you take your phone, you scan the QR code, it brings you to the website, and then from there you basically log in, sign up for an account, and then after that you can enter all your details. Now you're actually given a serial number that is printed on this piece here. It's underneath. Obviously I'm not going to show you that, right? But yeah, so you go onto the website, enter the serial number, start your account, and then you enter all your details. Now the great thing about this is that, number one, if at any point your contact details change, all you have to do is just go back to the One Good Card website, enter the details again, save it, and then you don't have to get a new card. The exact same card will work. All right, so this is my card. This is the one that One Good Card made for me. All right, so this is one option here. I also made one for my wife, which is over here. Actually, I made two for my wife. This is the other one, just to show you kind of the different examples of designs, and they all are gonna look pretty similar. But actually there are a lot of different designs. In fact, they've added more designs since on their website, and you can go check it out. You basically have two options. You can either get it with a glossy finish or a matte finish. This one is the matte finish, and I'm actually a fan of this one. Anyway, let's demo it now. So I've got my phone here. All right, obviously you need to have NFC turned on. Just tap it on the back of your phone if it's Android, and then it brings up your website. All right, so on the website you get all the contact details over here. So yeah, for me, I put my logo, I put my name, I've got some details here, I've got my email, I've got my links here as well. All my social media is all there. All they have to do is just go to the bottom of the page, click save, and everything's on their phone. They don't need to go searching for your name card again if they want to contact you. And yes, that was Android. What about iPhone? Now, yes, it works on iPhone. There is a slight catch. Now, if you've got an iPhone that's older than iPhone 10, all right, you would actually need to activate the NFC. So, right, if you go to your control center over here, tap on this one to read, tap the top, and it brings up the same website again. Now, if you've got iPhone 10 and above, you don't even need to activate it. Just put your card on top and it'll work immediately. And of course, it looks exactly the same. You've got all your contact details here, links as well, social media. It is really brilliant. Now, I know one question you might ask is, what if I have a phone that does not have NFC? And yeah, that's a fair point. Almost every phone nowadays has NFC, whether it's iPhone or not. Maybe some of the older iPhones don't, but not to worry. At the back of your card, you have a QR code. Now that does the exact same thing. So all you have to do is, on that phone that doesn't have NFC, just scan the QR code, it brings you to the exact same website. Now yes, I know you might be thinking there's another catch, maybe it might be really expensive. Actually, no. Now, if you were to get your regular paper name cards printed, if you're talking about a really good quality one, yes, they can go really cheap. Some of them might even cost $10, $12 for a stack. But the really good quality ones are maybe about $18, $20 to get a one that you really like. Now, this card actually starts at about $21 or about 21.40 Singapore dollars. So it's really cheap as well. And again, you don't have to keep printing multiple stacks of cards, alright? This is your, well, one good card. Now, one of my biggest concern is that you're gonna have your contact details stored on a server, obviously, alright? And the whole thing about privacy and security does come into play, and it is a legitimate concern. So I actually sent an email to the guys at One Good Card and asked them how they deal with it. Now, first of all, what they have guaranteed is that they do not use your data that you stored for any marketing use. So they don't send you advertisements from third party, they don't sell your information at all. And the other thing is, all your information is stored on an encrypted server. So that's really good. I don't know which server exactly, but they're all encrypted, so you've got really good security. Now, another thing that I think might be a bit of a stumbling block to this card is really about the whole culture of exchanging name cards. Now, in a business meeting, you sort of exchange business card. It's sort of a ritual, almost like a sign of respect in a way. And I understand it, and it's not wrong. But honestly, I don't see it as something that can't change. You can easily change it from exchanging name cards to just tapping each other's phone. And you know, with the current situation where you don't even shake hands anymore, you probably wouldn't want to be exchanging cards either. So this is actually another really good solution. So to sum it up, this is a brilliant invention. I think it's one of the best things to come out in recent years. There are so many pros to it. Number one, you don't print 7 billion cards a year, right? If everyone just gets this one card, you're set. You don't have a lot of wastage. You don't have to keep changing cards or printing new cards every time that you change any details. It's all stored over here. Now, one thing that I think would be really cool that if this becomes mainstream is that if maybe they developed an app, all right, where at least if I were to change my contact details on the website, it actually syncs to other people who have the app. I don't have to go and tap on their phone again. The problem with that is that now you're kind of forcing people into an ecosystem, and not everyone's gonna get into that. So maybe they could do it, maybe not. But either way, I still absolutely love this card, and this is a very easy 5 out of 5 stars and a Technobabble recommended logo. Alright, so that about wraps up my review of the One Good Card. Now, if you like this video, you know what to do, and I would love it if you will subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on our next video. I'm JP, and I'll see you real soon.